Good afternoon, people. My name is Sakshi, and I am part of the Nullcon team. Thank you for joining us today. Coming to our today's speaker, we have with us Sahil. Sahil is a globally renowned consultant for WordPress security, pen testing, and malware removal, currently protecting high traffic WordPress sites having millions of visitors traffic globally. For the last 11 plus years, Sahil has secured numerous clients' WordPress sites by offering them cybersecurity advice, website hack removal, high security site configuration, and more. He is also the founder and managing director of EH1 Infotech Cybersecurity. Without any further delay, I request our speaker to take charge of the session. Thank you so much. Sahil, you can go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Hope everything is good at your end. So today I will be delivering this session to you for WordPress security. So WordPress security, from name itself, it seems that it's very easy to implement WordPress security. But on the other side, if you look at the background, if you look at the backend process, WordPress security is much more difficult than it seems to be. That's why even big companies require WordPress security expert. Other than implementing and using WordPress security by plugins. I've been delivering sessions from last 10 years. I've delivered cybersecurity session on ethical hacking. Other than that, you can have a brief on my profile. I've studied in IIT Delhi for certified course in business management. Then I've done CH and I've done diploma in cyber law. Other than my engineering career, I have pursued MBA and I've delivered more than 350 workshops on ethical hacking. Now, when question arises, why WordPress security? What is the reason behind that? I'm working hard specifically for WordPress security. You will get the answer for the same within another few minutes. So what you gonna learn in this session? In this session, I will be simplifying what exactly WordPress security is as easy as I can. And you will come to know that how hackers are going to enter your website, how to harden your WordPress. And at the same time, if hacker enters your website, hacker gonna change everything present in your WordPress website, how to disable file editing option with manual WordPress security methods. Other than that, I will be making you understand how to choose best security plugin and how to regularly monitor WordPress website. One thing you need to understand, if you are running a very small website, I do assume that you rarely take care of WordPress security. So that's why we have planned this session specifically so that you can better understand why it is very important to implement WordPress security. So let me give you a brief about the usage of WordPress. Currently, there are millions of websites and it comprises approximately 43% of the internet. That is the reason I'm into WordPress security from last many years. Other than delivering session on cybersecurity, ethical hacking, WordPress is always my favorite subject, my favorite topic, and I'm working on the WordPress from last many years. And important thing is this specifically in WordPress is an open source code, and WordPress runs with the help of plugins at the same time themes. And these plugins are made by developer, those who don't have deep knowledge of secure coding. At the same time, they have a knowledge of secure coding, but it doesn't mean that all plugins which are present on the WordPress repository are secure. On the other side, it is important to mention that what these plugins and themes are, plugins and themes are like extension to the WordPress software by which we build the website. And currently, there are more than 59,400 plugins available in the WordPress repository by which you can download and install on your WordPress website. And if you talk about themes, there are more than 9,700 themes, and these comprises of free themes from WordPress also, at the same time from other third-party developers. And if you talk about hacking statistics, I know one question always arises that if WordPress is secure, that why we require WordPress security, why we require implementation related to security specifically on WordPress website. You need to understand one thing. WordPress team, they regularly work on updating WordPress, but WordPress relies on or dependent upon two important things, and that is plugin and at the same time themes. If plugin is vulnerable, then your site is vulnerable. As per my statistics, which I have researched on the internet, in the year 2020, it has been clearly mentioned that 96% vulnerability arises just because of the plugin. And in 2021, number raised to 99.42%. And I would like to share the incident with you related to this one, file manager plugin, about this incident. In the year 2020, I was working for so many things altogether, but when approximately 6,100 websites were vulnerable, during those days, I gave my 100% time to securing number of websites. On that day, I have specifically decided that for my upcoming years, I will be dedicatedly giving my time to WordPress security, because currently WordPress comprises of 43% of the website. In upcoming future, due to the ease, there will be more than 50% sites running on the internet with the help of WordPress. And if you talk about old statistics, in the year 2017, Google has clearly mentioned that they are blacklisting 10,000 websites every single day. And from these 10,000 websites, 80% are WordPress website. And what about why I've written 30,000 websites? Because there are a number of websites for which we are not able to calculate the clear statistics. So that's why around 10,000 websites were being blacklisted by Google because of the malicious content they were having. So now, this is very important thing, and just want to convey you clearly. I know there are myths going in your brain that I do run a very small website. I don't have any sensitive information. I don't collect credit card, debit card from my visitors. I do run a website which is not very popular. It is sufficient that I have created a complex password. Nobody is going to hack me. I know this thing is present in everybody's brain, and this is the reality. And a person who specifically know how to build a website do assume this thing that just creating the secure password and installing few of a security plugin is going to be sufficient to have a WordPress website which nobody is going to hack. But reality is totally different. And what fact is, even if you don't have highly valuable information, you are a target. Why? Because hacker always find for low-hanging fruits. Everyone is target in the world of internet. Hackers are not going to target you personally. Mark my words. They are not going to target you personally. They keep on finding low-hanging fruits, and they are going to target the most used system. Why? 43% of the internet and more than 550 million websites. So think about the same. How much target hacker do have? And every single business, every small business do rely on WordPress. If your WordPress website is vulnerable, you will face a lot. So that's why this session is very important. One thing you need to understand that how hacker gonna enter your system. There are number of methods. If you are already from the security background, you are aware of the same that like hackers can do brute force attack on the admin dashboard. If you're using insecure code of plugin and themes which are built by third-party developer, then also you are hackable. Cross-site scripting, DOS attack can happen due to insecure file permission, old backup files. If your workstation is vulnerable, one of your teammate who's a malicious actor in the company itself can hack you. On the other side, phishing attack, insider, inmate, your teammate, WordPress hacking from the backend. If server is vulnerable, then also it happens. And most importantly, FTP. Like if you are using public Wi-Fi and you're using FTP connection to get connected to the WordPress, then it happens rarely, but still there is chance that you will still connect to your WordPress website with the help of FTP. And if you talk about FTP, there is a very good tool and known as Cain and Abel. With the help of Cain and Abel, if somebody does this sniffing, it's very easy to get the password of your website, and the same website which runs using the WordPress, in case you have not secured the website with HTTPS. and even password theft can happen. Now question arises, you do assume that you have secured your website, but mark my words, when you run a business, when you have number of teammates of yours working specifically for your WordPress website, password theft can happen from their machine, from their devices. So this thing is possible, but more and very important thing, common factor, insecure password. I'm aware of the same. Everybody knows this thing is, if you tap the insecure password, your phone number or something, some mixed your name and phone number, blah blah, you are aware of the same, that it's easy to hack any website, even your social media account. So I'm not going to, mark my words, I'm not going to emphasize on keylogger, I'm not going to emphasize on insecure password. My only and important emphasis is out of date WordPress plugin and theme. If you are using WordPress, you are not updating plugin, you are not updating theme, then you are vulnerable. And in the previous slide, I've clearly shared my statistics with you. Approximately 99% of the website which got hacked in the year 2021 was because of the vulnerable plugin. And this part is very important. Cross-site contamination. You launch the website, and when you want to do any background changes, what you specifically do, you launch another website. For example, your website is www.abc.com. So if you want to do some changes and you don't want to run those changes on the live website, you will launch another website named as www.abc.com/test or /demo or your secret name. But mark my words, sometime you launch a test website with the live site itself, and just because of the same, cross-site contamination will happen. In the past, when I have worked for my client sites, I was surprised to see that the site which client usually give me to secure is already secure. But then I ask credential for server, and as I have server credential, I do go to the backend. I do check that there are other number of WordPress websites hosted on the same server, and one of those website is outdated with using outdated plugin, and that was act as a backdoor for hacker to hack even the site which is secure. Mark my words, cross-site contamination is very important. So multiple outdated version of WordPress installation at one domain or server has old CMS installation. So in case you are having old CMS installation with your live site, you need to secure every single WordPress website running at your server. So now just want to showcase you one of my screenshot. Like this screenshot belongs to my client site. I'm sure that I'm not showcasing my client name, but here you can see the day you launched the website, the day you launched the WordPress website, you are hackable. Mark my words, hacker will start hacking your website the same day itself. And this is very important, and you need to understand. Here you can see that admin user password, admin user is being brute force from different IP, and here you can see every single from the different brute force attack from Poland, from Vietnam, from Hungary, every single minute, every single second. And if you are running a very popular website, think about this thing. What's gonna happen with you? Hackers are going to hack you completely. They want to hack WordPress websites, and you know how much is the target. If you are running a vulnerable code, or when you are running a vulnerable website with outdated theme, plugin, or other sort of thing, then you are vulnerable. Your site is going to be hacked. And what can hacker do with your website when they will compromise your website? So I know you will assume this thing that hacker is not going to do anything. If somebody has my password, hacker has not deleted my files, but hacker can do all other sort of thing. If somebody get access to your website, hacker can modify your files and create a backdoor so that they can hack your website afterwards. They can even steal sensitive information. In case you are collecting sensitive information, hacker can steal your sensitive information. Select all files and delete them. Mark my words, all files. Just as in your computer, it's very easy to press Control A and delete button. Same as that, it's very easy to select all file. If you have admin access to the WordPress, all files means your post, your articles, everything is deletable. If somebody get admin access, on the other side, redirecting your visitor to some other sites. This thing is also very important. Hackers can redirect visitor coming to your website, so you will only come to know when one of your visitor inform you directly that I'm visiting your website, and but your website is redirecting me to a porn website. This thing can happen, or your website is redirecting me to some gambling sort of website. Other than that, black hat SEO spam. So what basically, even just to high rank a few websites, malicious actor hack other WordPress website, have the backlink over there, then provide backlink to those websites for which they want high rank, and with the help of a website which is vulnerable. Other than that, there are other number of automation attacks can happen. Phishing page can be built on your WordPress website itself. You will never come to know. So this type of things can happen if somebody hacks your WordPress website. And now this is very important. These two slides I'm going to emphasize the most, and you need to understand that after this slide, I will have another 2 slides. So I'm going to emphasize this part to the most. And in the last of the session, I will be emphasizing right now, I'm handling website which is having million of traffics and a million of visitors visiting site every single day. So it's very difficult to monitor those websites. So there is a strategy, my own strategy, which I have developed while working on different websites. And specifically, these websites are those websites which are having million number traffic. So these are security measures, and these are very important to consider while you build any WordPress website or you choose the field of securing WordPress website. So choosing a reputed hosting provider. So there are number of hosting provider. You can go for your local country like service provider. In our country, people go for if you want to launch a WordPress website, you will not pay for the hosting. You will not pay high for the hosting. That's the correct word. And so my words to you clearly, same as you are investing for your office. Now, if you are running office from your home, this website is itself a business for you. Your business runs from the website. So it's very important to choose the reputed hosting provider. And when you choose the reputed hosting provider, this thing is very important. Do consider what security options they are giving you other than hosting. Do they have 24/7 support? Do they provide daily backup of your WordPress website? Again, question arises. Do I need daily backup? My dear, if you are running a small website, then it's good enough that you go for a backup after a week or fortnightly or after a month. But if you are running a website on which you are updating articles every single day, daily backup is necessity. Mark my words, it's necessity. And it's become very complex when you are running a website with not a reputed hosting provider, those who don't provide a complete backup of the server. My recommendation is GoDaddy. Go for GoDaddy. Go for DigitalOcean if you want to run a site which will have high number of visitors visiting your website every single day, or you can choose AWS. Other than that, there is a very good hosting provider, SiteGround. You can go for SiteGround. And now, important thing is choosing SFTP. So what basically SFTP is? SFTP is secure FTP. So you need to use secure FTP if you want to transfer data from your computer to your website. Installing SSL is important, and that's you're aware of the same. If you don't have HTTPS website, Chrome will not provide padlock a symbol on the browser. So that's why SSL is important. Other than that, if you talk about the technical background, while you have the SSL, data from client end will be sent to server in an encrypted format, so that if sniffing happen at client end means like at the user end, then because of the SSL, clear passwords are not being grabbed. So it's very important. Then need comes with the strong password. It's very important that you use alphanumeric combination for creating a strong password of the user which is going to access the WordPress website. And this thing is very important. Principle of least privileges. My dear, you need to remember, you can't trust everybody. You can't trust everybody. You have a team of 10 teammates working for your website. You can't make all of them administrator. Question arises, if developer is working for the website, you will give the access, you will provide the admin access to the developer. But when developers stop working on your website, don't forget to change the password. It's very important. In future, if developer doesn't work for you, then even hacking can happen. Other than that, principle of least privileges means, if in case of WordPress we have a user with admin privileges, we have user with author privileges, we have user with editor privileges. Study and give access according to the requirement. If article writer is working on the website, you can give the author access of the WordPress. But if you give the admin access, then mark my words, if that teammate act as a malicious actor, or password is being leaked by that teammate intentionally or non-intentionally, then your WordPress website is vulnerable. That day will be a bad day for you if somebody hacks your website. So never install pirated or insecure plugin or theme. Why? The question arises, pirated. See, I'm sure if you are a college guy, you are habitual of visiting torrent website for downloading movies. Same as that, even people search for a free plugin. They search for premium plugin as a free plugin. They don't want to pay from their pocket and to buy a plugin. And even same as WordPress code is open source, same as that, even if somebody download the code of the plugin, rebuild the plugin, launch it somewhere with some other name, that even that plugin or like before launching, bind some backdoor code in the plugin. So if you download those plugins and if you install those plugins in your WordPress website, your WordPress website is vulnerable. Same as your Android phone. In case of Android phone, you are allowed to install any application. But if you install application from untrusted source, not from the Play Store, then you are always vulnerable. So updating core is very important. Updating plugin is very important. Even if sometimes if you are habitual of working on WordPress website, I'm sure sometimes this thing can happen. You updated a plugin, your WordPress website is not working, and your WordPress website is facing critical error. Mark my words. If this thing happened because of the plugin, if you are aware of like working on or doing some customization of WordPress website, do aware yourself. Going to the backend, there is a folder called plugins inside the WP content. You can rename that plugin. Automatically that activated plugin will become deactivated. So it's very easy. So if you face any issue with any plugin, so that's why you can update any plugin. But in case if you don't, if you're not updating the plugin, it itself means that you're keeping your website vulnerable. Malicious actor or hacker can hack your website. Then comes the non-active plugin and themes part. What this thing means, in case of WordPress website, if you don't find any plugin beneficial for your work, for your website, you should still keep it. Mark my words, non-active plugin, they never add any functionality to your website. It's very important to delete any non-active plugin. Same as that, it's very important to delete non-active themes. And very important thing, you need to understand that regular backup. Again, I've already repeated this part when I've started giving this session to you with the hosting part. Backup is very important. If you're running a very small website, then these plugins are beneficial. You can go for Updraft, you can go for Jetpack backup, you can go for Backup Buddy, you can go for WP Time Capsule. But this thing comes to be very difficult if you're running a website on which you are updating articles every single day. So in that scenario, it's very difficult to have backup of the complete website, because while you make the backup, if you make the backup at the same server on which WordPress website is running, then also you are vulnerable. What does this thing mean? Somebody get access to your server itself. So it's very important that you need to keep backup at different location, and that's something called offsite. You can have backup in the Dropbox with the help of this updraft plugin. Mark my words, don't forget to secure your Dropbox account with two-step security. In the past, when I've researched on the internet, I was able to get access to Dropbox account which was having WordPress website backup. But in case you are having a website with good traffic, with million number of traffic, then in that scenario, I recommend DigitalOcean, mark my words, because in case of DigitalOcean, backend server is called Droplet, and it's very easy to have the snapshot of the Droplet or to have the backup of the Droplet. And this part which I'm going to say you right now, if you know how to create a backup, do try to invest some time to recreate the website from the backup at test domain of yours, or on the same website, or at the same server where you will launch or you have launched your website. It's important to understand the method of restoring the website from the backup, so that in future, if something bad happen with your website, there is a bad day, you can make that bad day to a good day within a few minutes, because you know how restoring can happen. And other important thing I would like to convey, and that is very important, never ever create admin users. Whensoever you create WordPress website, never create main user with the admin name. In case you have created main user with the admin name, you need to change the admin name user with the help of plugin like all-in-one WordPress security. With the help of that, you can rename your main user, which is admin username. Other than that, if you don't want to use any other plugin, what you can do, you can create another user with your secret name. And the secret name, like for example, my website is abc.com, so I can create admin user. I can create a user with admin privileges like ABXYZ. That username I'm only aware of. So after creating that user with admin privileges, I will delete the main admin user. It will and will assign all post and article to this newly created user. And it's very important, never have main user as admin with admin privileges. Why? Because when somebody will do brute force attack on your website, first user they will try, that's the admin. So if you have a different username, you make a bit difficult or a bit lengthy for the malicious actor to guess the username itself. And this I've already conveyed, that it's very important to change the password. I've changed the password specifically of your WordPress web profiles, your hosting, your SFTP, even your email account after developer stops working. If your developer is in your team, it's okay. You keep on sharing your WordPress website password with the developer. But in case developer is not continuing in your team, it's very important to change the password which developer knows, and all passwords like WordPress profile, hosting, etc. as I've already wrote it over there. And this thing is very important. And sometimes it happens that you do assume that if developer has the password, developer is not going to do any bad thing with the website. Mark my words. If developer is not running antivirus on his computer, his workstation is vulnerable, then also your admin password get hacked by the malicious actor and your WordPress website is vulnerable. You will be hacked itself means that your WordPress website will be hacked. And this thing is very important. If you have already attended ethical hacking cybersecurity sessions, you are aware of Google Doc. And I'm not showcasing you what doc have written on the internet, but I've wrote a doc on the internet. I've searched for the files having some data. I will not let you know what data, but I've searched it on the internet, and I was able to grab a result with the Excel file. And in the Excel file here, you can see here is the username, and this site belongs to New Zealand. and here is the URL of the site, here is the username, here is the password. Mark my word, here is the password. So if you are habit of creating Excel file, mark my words, learn how to password protect your Excel file. In case your Excel file get hacked, then you are vulnerable. And sometimes question rises that I never update or upload my Excel file to the website. How this guy are doing? Every developer is not a security guy. So when you are uploading files from your computer to your website by mistake, unknowingly, even this thing can happen, that you will upload the Excel file of yours which is having username and password of your website or your client website, and these results itself showcase that this thing happens with the number of websites. Never create Excel file. If you create Excel file, it's important to password protect the Excel file. It will encrypt the Excel file, and important thing, that password should be a secure password with the special symbol, with the alphanumeric things and sort of things. You need to secure your computer. So this thing is very important. Using a paid antivirus. See, you are investing on your business, you are investing on a website. If you are hiring a developer, make sure developer runs the paid antivirus or not. My recommendation is Kaspersky. I'm using it from last many years. That's the reason. So I'm recommending you Kaspersky itself, and never store password in Excel file. I'm repeating again. And whatsoever account you are having related to your email, which is attached to the hosting provider, to have two-step verification. Do go for the two-step verification. And mark my words, even hosting provider, they are providing you this two-step verification feature. I know it's always well said, how much you implement security, that much you make difficult for yourself also to get access the backend. I know this thing is true. See, you have one lock at your house, then you have one security guard standing outside, then you have another security guard standing somewhere else, monitoring your house. So even if when you enter, they scans you, they monitor you, then you have to open the lock. How much you implement security for anything, even it become difficult for you to get access the backend. Same as that, it happens with the WordPress website, same as that it happens with the hosting provider, but still you need to implement two-step security. This thing is very important, and this thing is more important in WordPress. There are plugins. WordPress, they are not offering you, they are not giving you any direct method by which you can secure their WordPress login with the two-step security method. But we have different plugins available, and you can go for Google Authenticator plugin. You can go for MiniOrange Google Authenticator plugin. This plugin even support the time-based OTP. Time-based OTP, at the same time OTP via SMS and email. For example, you are accessing Gmail secured with two-step security method. You get like OTP at your mobile. Same as that you can do with your WordPress website with the help of this plugin. There are other number of plugins also, but this one is recommended as I've already used it. And you can research at your end and searching for other plugins if this plugin don't works perfectly on your website. But one thing is very important. This feature specifically comes as a paid feature. So you can go for paid feature. Important to install security plugin. Now question arises, which security plugin? I'm going to answer you now. Security plugin itself means firewall plugin. So you can go for WordPress, you can go for all-in-one WordPress security and firewall. You can go for Security, you can go for iTheme, you can go for Jetpack. If you talk about Jetpack is by the same organization, Automatic, which is running the WordPress. So yeah, Jetpack has other features also. If you talk about Jetpack, they have other features like specifically for backup, for speed, for growth of your WordPress website. But we can try even Jetpack too. But important thing is, if you are not aware of the hosting provider of yours, then I recommend you choosing the WordPress. But if you are aware of the hosting provider and you are aware of the same, that you are using Apache in the background. So what does this thing Apache means? Apache is the web server by which your WordPress website is running. If you are aware of the same, that you are having Apache work with the one file. In case of Apache for security, there is one file called htaccess. And if you're using plugin named as all-in-one WordPress security, just hold down. This one, all-in-one WordPress security. This all-in-one WordPress security will create htaccess file. This htaccess file is being processed by Apache. Security is going to happen on your WordPress website. If you want to be non-technical, then you need to understand before WordPress loads up. Mark my words and hear it correctly. Before WordPress loads up, Apache, due to the htaccess configured file, a security will happen and filtering will be done on the WordPress website before WordPress loads up. So security configuration done at the WordPress website will happens. But if you want to talk about other web server like Nginx, nowadays there are number of websites which are being running because of the Nginx server. So if you are choosing Nginx, make sure you are choosing WordFence. Why? Because Nginx never process htaccess file. Due to the Nginx, your WordPress website gonna load. As WordPress is loading, first traffic will pass to the WordFence, then it will come to your website. So it will be doing live security filtering. So what are the other main features which you can consider while choosing your security plugin or firewall plugin? File and malware scanning, brute force attack prevention, IP filtering, DDoS prevention, two-factor authentication. Yes, you heard it correctly, two-factor authentication. Even security plugins, they have two-factor authentication feature, which will add another column to the WordPress dashboard login page. You need to provide the code, then only you will be able, or your teammate will be able to access the WordPress. Security monitoring, email alerts, etc. So it's up to you to try these plugins which I've recommended you, but mark my words, never try to install more than one plugin, more than one security plugin. In the past, I've tried to install 5-6 antivirus in my machine, and I was not much aware of the security during those days, and I faced a number of issues that my operating system was not performing perfectly. Same as that, if you are going to install number of plugin altogether, security plugin altogether, these plugin will conflict with each other. And you will your WordPress website will behave abnormally. Even site loading time will increase. So it's important to select one plugin. Go to the deep. If you want to talk about the WordPress has so many things by which you can secure your WordPress website. If you are with Nginx, my recommendation is WordFence. If you're hosting the provider is giving you Apache web server in the background, then go with the all-in-one WordPress security. Price security. If you want to go with the paid plugin, then also it's recommended because paid plugin has good features like email alerts and all. If you want to try Jetpack, go for it. But my recommendation is WordFence for Nginx, all-in-one WordPress security for Apache web server running in the background. Do take time to read all documentation. I've already conveyed it. Try to go to the deep, as much deep as you can. You can go in the security plugin. So even if you want to do manual WordPress security, you can do that. There is a file called wp-config file in your WordPress installation. That file contains important information like user name and password information by which database connectivity happen. So if you have this code in the wp-config file, due to this code, this option present on the WordPress website will disappear. It is very important. Even if somebody has the admin access to the WordPress website, again repeating, mark my words. Even if somebody has WordPress admin access, then also they will not able to edit any file, any plugin, even plugin editor button will not appear on the WordPress dashboard. This thing you can easily do if you know how to access the hosting provider of yours and how to edit the wp-config file through the backend or with the help of SFTP. Do place this code above this line in the WP config file. And on the other side, in case of our WordPress website, we are allowed to upload any plugin, or we are allowed to select any plugin. We are allowed to upload anything. So if somebody get admin access to your website, think about the same. If the guy is a malicious actor, this thing then malicious actor can even upload malicious backdoor PHP scripts. So to stop the uploading, even for the WordPress account with admin privileges, you can have this code same as the old other code which I've showcased to you in the previous slide. It will automatically remove this button from the WordPress dashboard. Here you can see that this button is not appearing. So this is manual WordPress security hardening. If you know how to do customization on the WordPress, I'm sure it's not difficult that you will learn how to add these codes in the WP config file. So now question arises, how to choose best plugin? Mark my words. It's very important that when last updation has happened with the plugin, you need to consider it. When how many active install are of a plugin, you need to consider it. You need to check the rating. You need to review, read the review. You need to see that how plugin support is responding, how fast they are responding, how many topics stay unresolved, blah blah sort of thing. So even you can test the plugin in your development side first before uploading or before installing in your main website. But I know this thing is questionable, that why we need to consider these points. So in my next slide, I will showcase you. You have two plugins. You want a comparison to choose the best security plugin. So here is a plugin called Secure Press Free. So this plugin has been updated 6 months ago. WordPress has been updated 4 days ago. This plugin has been installed on 30,000 websites. Mark my words, 30,000 websites, and it has been uploaded 6 months ago. And this plugin has been installed on 4+ million websites. So this plugin is a reputed plugin. Yeah, rating is good. Here rating is 4-star, around 60 review. And if you talk about this plugin, more than 1,000 review. So if you want to consider it, do consider plugin with the good review, like last updated, not similar to this plugin like 6 months ago. Never choose this type of plugin. So need to consider, you need to have comparison between different plugins according to the concepts which I've shared with you in the previous slide. Then only choose the plugin. In the future, if any plugin act to be a malicious plugin, even WordPress will remove from their repository. And when you will log into your WordPress website, you will be able to see that they have informed clearly that this plugin is not being present on the repository. If you open the plugin web page of the WordPress dashboard itself. Now, why regular security monitoring is necessity? So this is last and main part. But if you are not habitual of working on the WordPress, this is, I'm sure, whensoever you will start learning WordPress customization or when you will launch a WordPress website, one of my slides or a few methods which I've shared with you is going to benefit you to harden your WordPress website security. So now, why regular security is important? In my case, nowadays I have dedicatedly giving my time to secure those websites, those who are having million of traffic. And we have a good team. More than 50+ people work on one website. It does mean that more than 200 to 300 articles are being updated every single day on one website. And currently and proudly, I'm monitoring 50+ website, those are having millions of visitor traffic. The question rises, how you can alone monitor 50+ websites? I can do that with my strategy. I'm going to showcase you now. So you need to be strict, you need to be regular. It will not take more than 1 to 2 hours to monitor 50 websites with my strategy. And it depends upon the, if you do the same thing every single day, it becomes your habit. So I don't spend more than 2-3 hours for monitoring 50+ websites with my standard of security, which I've kept for my clients. So regular security monitoring includes so many steps. Now question rises, will we be able to do all steps? Yes, regular malware scan you can do with the help of plugin like WordFence. Core file integrity check we will do with the help of health check and troubleshooting plugin. File change monitoring we will do with the help of file change monitoring plugin. Admin editor user count we will do manually. So manually you need to check every single day that how many admin user like you are having in your WordPress website. Question arises in all 50 websites or how many websites you manage. Yes, you need to check, man. Now every day do check recent posts published, recent pages published on those websites, and in case need arises, you need to check activity logs too, that if user is going to log into the website, what those admin user are doing on the website, you need to check their activity every single day. Then using one extension called Malwarebyte, which I'm going to showcase in the next slide. Then this part I will discuss in the case study. Case study I will discuss within few minutes. So regular malware scan, my recommendation is WordPress. When you do regular malware scan, this type of file, if you do a scanning over here with the help of scan option present as one, you will be able to find those files which are having malware. So in the scan result, you can see file appears to be malicious or unsafe, main index file. So don't delete the main index file. Look at the code. You need to compare it with the original index file, and you can easily remove the malicious code from the index file. So this plugin gonna benefit you to do malware scanning. Do scanning every single day. You can go for weekend manual scanning and go for automated regular scanning every single day in your WordPress website. And this plugin is a very beneficial plugin named as health check and troubleshooting. This plugin is by WordPress.org community itself. It will add another like functionality in setting named as site health. When you will go to this option, it will open a web page. In the web page itself, you need to click check the file integrity button. And as you will check, in case you have any file, this plugin will specifically check WordPress core files, WordPress core plugin files. In case any core file has been edited by malicious actor and content has been changed, so you will be able to read it over here. Content has been changed with the help of this plugin. So this button need to be pressed every single day so that you can make sure all core file of WordPress to be intact as per security standard. And you can do file change monitoring with the help of plugin called website file change monitor. This plugin belongs to WP Security. And see, they have not sponsored me. Mark my words. Again saying, mark my words. They have not sponsored me. I'm using them because I'm habitual of having a use of theirs every single day. These all functionality are present in a single plugin also, but I'm sure you will not choose a paid plugin which will ask you to pay $500 for a month, and you are having a site which is having hosting of around $100. So these all plugins are going to benefit you if you choose them. So file change monitor you can install, and after you does the file change monitoring, it will scan your WordPress in case any file has been changed or a new file has been inserted in your with your core files. It will detect. It is important to install this plugin the same day you launch the WordPress website. Before you install new plugin, or if you have installed plugins and you can then have the file change monitoring plugin installed, it will create a skeleton in the brain of the database that whichever file is present in your WordPress website. If any file which is not your regular file, this plugin will detect that this file is not a regular file, and then you can go to the back and you need to delete the file. So you need to check it every single day. So admin and this thing you can do manually. Every day you need to check how many admin user you have and how many editor user you have. In case you find any untrusted admin user, you need to delete it. And every day you need to check publish post. So for my clients, I check 200 posts every single day. I do click this button over here. It will let me know that how many posts got published, and I will be able to just have an overview which posts got published today. And now question arises that why I'm checking this published post. In the last case study, in the last slide, I will let you know that why this is important. So Malwarebytes extension you can install in the Chrome browser. This extension will check your live website in case your live website contains ads, malware, scams, or pop-up. So this plugin you can install it over there. So this is my old domain. I've taken screenshot from my old domain. So this plugin showcases that there is nothing to be blocked. So this plugin gonna benefit you in case your live site or any site belongs to your client or the site which you are visiting having malware. This extension of Chrome gonna give a notification in the browser itself. So activity log checking. So activity log checking is very important. So you can use activity log checking plugin. This plugin also belongs to activity log. This one, WP Security, and you can click this button over here. WP activity log can come from here, going to the dashboard. And you can click on severity. It will showcase you critical activity first, and you can see that WordPress security has been deactivated from this IP, and this IP is administrator. So you can go and check the critical activity over here. So this is very important. Even you can go and check the event type. You can click this column. It will give you all those activity on which a plugin got activated. So you can go with the activity log like dashboard in case that acts as a requirement as per your security monitoring. So this is the case study which I'm going to repeat for you, and this is the last part of the session, and make sure you stick to it. I will not take more than 5 minutes. That's my promise. So in my client sites, I do monitor like we do have many admin user, we do have many editor user. I do monitor which IP address do come to my website every single day, do get access to my website. So while I was monitoring, I was not sure that from where this IP came and get access to my website. And my client website was very secure with all security methods, but still somebody accessed the website from an IP range which is not a regular range. So this range is not a regular range. When I've checked it, it was a VPN IP address. Now question rises, as I'm regularly checking my client login page access the IP address, and I'm able to make an Excel file or a note that by which range usually my administrator comes. My team comes as an administrator. So if I'm from India, my IP address will have a first block with the 203. 103, 171 if I'm from Himachal. If I'm using geo connection, my IP address will have 157. So in case of my client, it will be 76 or 23 if my client is in Miami. If my client is in New York, then 66 will come as the first block of the IP address. And these IP address first block belongs to my editor. Those are in Philippines. And if you look at the last slide, somebody came from 93. I was not, as I'm regularly monitoring my client sites, not even a single administrator or editor was from Germany. And this regular monitoring was done by the WordPress itself, the same plugin which I've already recommended you. Then this thing alerted me. I was not sure that why a teammate is using VPN. Then I went to the backend with the help of activity log. I was able to see that this IP address has posted a article. And when I checked the article, and this article was having some essay sort of a thing that how to write thesis, blah blah. But here there was a backlink, and backlink was to a website which was expecting high rank. So this was basically another website. I don't think so that website was belonging to the hacker, but somebody who accessed my client website wants that in the website this article to be present. And because as my client site is having million traffic every single day, automatically the website which was mentioned in the article will have backlink from there, will be high ranked on Google automatically. So manually then I went and I have deleted all those articles which was uploaded by this IP address. Then we instructed our team clearly never use VPN because I was sure that this thing has happened either with my teammate, either computer of my teammate has been hacked, or somebody from the team access the backend of the dashboard of the website intentionally and posted the article. Now question arises, why I'm sure that somebody from the team, because in my team nobody has the admin access. Admin access is with currently admin access is with me as a security expert or with the client. He's a developer. He knows that how to do the backend with the WordPress. Team was not having admin access. Team was only having editor access, and this malicious activity happened from the editor account itself. This happened from the editor account itself. And this snapshot is specifically from my client sites, and I've already hidden everything. Here you can see they are having more than 47,000 comments. Yeah, yes, this is a very high site with high traffic, so that's why I was able to detect and find the malicious actor present in the website even after doing this security monitoring. So now here comes the conclusion. Last slide. I know it's very difficult to grab so many things all together. I've tried to. So mark my words, there is nothing 100% secure. I know I'm saying the same word every time. Mark my words. Why? Because I'm opening your eyes. It's very important to remember nothing is 100% secure. Even after doing the security implementation with plugin or having the good hosting provider, then also you require security monitoring to be done. And that is the reason why we as WordPress security consultant are being hired. And if you look at the Google properly, there are very few people those are working as a WordPress security consultant. Why? Because people seems that it's a very easy job. Anybody who knows how to use WordPress can install plugin. But think about those websites, those who are having million of traffic every single day. They don't rely on developer. They do rely on WordPress security consultant like us. And prevention is always better than cure. And so that your brand reputation can be, you should not lose your brand reputation. A search engine should not blacklist your website, and you should not get lost with your sales, your business. If in case somebody redirect a visitor from your website to some pornography website, even that thing is bad. Even litigation can happen in case any malicious actor launch a phishing page on your website collecting credit card details, and your visitor get hacked. In that case, litigation comes on you. So it's very important, if you hire developer for your company, hire WordPress security consultant also. If you don't hire it, you are in trouble. So every single steps which I have highlighted, which I have conveyed you, is going to benefit you to harden WordPress security. And in any case, if there is a bad day, recovery process is going to benefit you. So no, you should be aware of this same, how to recover your WordPress website. That's all. So if you have questions, you can ask in the chat box below, or you can tweet me at Sahil B Security using the hashtag Ask Sahil B.
Thank you, Sahil. It was a great overview presentation of WordPress security. Sahil has dropped his social media handles on the slide. So in case at a later point also, if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to him. And with that, I will be concluding this session. Thank you guys. And thank you so much for joining. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.